I started doing the construction simple worker. My boss fired me. This resulted in me becoming a homeless in Turkey. For 3 days I slept in the park. I started trading inside the park. That was the best 3 days of my life. You are always afraid of losing something, losing your position, losing your money. I lost it all and I felt free. People ask me, what is the secret of trading? You make this kind of money in trading. How do you do it? The more simple you look at the chart, the more simpler it becomes. So this is my gaming room, and I have to tell you that I love gaming. I started playing games since I was 7, 8 years old, and I kept playing. I remember I started playing games with this character, Crash Bandicoot. It was Crash Bandicoot 2. In that time, I was a 7, 8 years old kid. And the thing is, I kept playing. I still play these kind of games. Hi, my name is Adam Moradverdi, but everyone knows me as Adam Moradi. I'm a professional trader. I have been trading for 10 years. Well, I grew up in a very religious family. I had a dictator, I can say. Yeah, the dictator is the perfect word for it, father. Very religious mother. I mean, I'm super different from them. They're completely different. I'm not their type, I can tell you that. And then I grew up in their family. I grew up in Iran, this is the whole world. And this is Iran. Just imagine a cake, and there's a slice of the cake, completely different. So I grew up in Iran, and only Iranians know what I'm talking about. It's a very different type of environment. Also, recent years, Iran has changed a lot. In my childhood, it was something else. Right now, it's something else. The first thing that you should know about Iran is the culture. It's a really different type of culture. And Iranians, they love to talk about Iran like in a very good way. We are perfect, we are nice, we are cool. But at least what I experienced is different in Iran. And in my time, back in high school, bullying was something normal. It was fun. I mean, you bully people for fun, or you get bullied because they are having fun. So I was being bullied a lot in the school. I didn't know how to work with the other guys, the people, the students, the staff. So I had a hard time in Iran, and I didn't like the environment. Also, I didn't like the people. I mean, right now, I don't like the people of Iran. I always tell it on my media. Because of the environment, it's not about people, it's about the environment, it's about the education system, it's about the government, it's about the sanctions, it's about the culture, and the mixing cultures. Because the one thing that happened in Iran is the culture got mixed with the Western culture, and the media and internet happened, and suddenly Iran has changed a lot. Iranian people right now, they are looking for freedom, but the problem is they don't have a definition for the freedom. Continuing or believing in something is very hard, because you believe in something and 5 years later, the whole population is believing something else. So trends in Iran, it's been taken seriously by the people. There was this trend of immigration. I mean, I don't know if this happened anywhere else in the world, but in Iran it was like, there is the better world, the better life, the better everything, and it's outside of Iran. So many people came out of Iran. So I came to Turkey. I went to Turkey 10 years ago. I thought that I go there, I become an English teacher. Back in that time, my English was much better than right now. But the problem is they teach English in Turkey in Turkish. So you go there into the institution, you apply for the job, and they tell you that you don't know Turkish, and we are teaching English by Turkish here. And then I become a jobless person in Turkey, and I didn't want to come back to Iran. So I started doing the construction simple worker, and it was they call it black job. That means I didn't have insurance and I didn't have the permit to work. I didn't have any work permit. So I was doing this black job. My boss fired me at none. He fired me, and actually he didn't pay me. It's just like he fired me. This resulted in me becoming a homeless in Turkey. For 3 days, I slept in the park. And this is the best part of my life. I love it. I love this part. And the only thing I knew, beside of being an English teacher and being a construction worker, was trading. I learned trading from someone, her name is Tina Pergiali. Tina is from America, from US. And I started trading inside the park. Just imagine a homeless guy is trading. It is unbelievable. But believe me, that was the best 3 days of my life, because I didn't afraid of anything. I didn't feel the fear. I wasn't worried, zero stress. I was in the bottom, nothing more to lose. I lost it all. I mean, in life, you are always afraid of losing something, losing your position, losing your money, losing your relationship, losing anything. I lost it all and I felt free. And I felt like for 3 nights of my life, I was the most free person in the whole world. I didn't have anything to lose, but I have the whole world to achieve. This is the moment that I changed. Originally, my name is Khashayar in Iran, but since I got the Turkish passport, I changed my name to Adam. In that 3 nights, the first night that I was sleeping in the park, I can tell you that Khashayar died. And when I'm talking about Khashayar, I feel like I'm talking about someone else. That guy is not me. Believe me, that guy is not me. I mean, my wife can come here and tell you this. Yeah, this guy changed completely because I've been married for 17 years. So in that time, I sent my wife and my daughter to Iran and I was alone in Turkey. I started trading in that night and I was working in a restaurant just only to charge my phone and also get food. I didn't get paid in that 3 nights. And I grew my account a little bit. In that time, the violation of market was too much. So I was able to go to the motel, paying the rent of the room daily. Just imagine that I do trades, and if I fail, I don't have anywhere to sleep. If I fail, I don't have any food to eat. If I fail, so things like I traded in these kind of situation. And I started growing. Just let's go forward 1 year later. I bought my first Mercedes. It wasn't brand new one, but the second thing, which is my most favorite moments of my life, is I started to constructing apartment. A 4-floor, 6-unit apartment, which is even right now, is empty. I don't rent it, I don't sell it, I just kept it as a token of who is Adam. And the name of the building, the name of the apartment is also Adam. Guess who built it? No. I gave it to Adnan, my boss who fired me. I hired him to build the construction worker, to do the construction. And for a whole year, my work was I had a chair. I just sat there, I watched Adnan building this whole apartment. And Adnan was proudly telling others, you see this guy? He used to be my worker, but he's a boss, he's my boss now. Only me, I know that what I did. And this was the best revenge I have ever done in my life. So Adnan built this apartment. I didn't sell it, I didn't rent it, I will not do it. Even I wrote in my will that do not sell this, do not rent it, just let it be. This is the first step of Adam. When I learned trading from Tina, I learned just a simple strategy, like trend line, MACD, divergence, that's it, and nothing more. And people think that like, there is a secret, there is something big, there is something that they have to discover. No. So by understanding this, from being a homeless, I became a multi-millionaire. And in the last 10 years, I did trading. And I tell everyone, I don't have any secrets. There is no secret strategy. It's all you against you. You have to understand yourself. Tell me who are you without telling me your age, your sex, your achievement, your education, your degrees, your nationality, where are you born, your hobbies. The answer to these questions is, what is your core? I lost it all. I lost my degree. I lost my dignity. I lost my power as a man. I lost everything. So I was a nameless guy who has nothing, no money, no achievement, nothing. I was just me. And I understood who is this I inside me. So in those 3 days, I learned to observe the observer. I learned to observe myself and understand myself from an outside point. Then I started trading. So whenever I was greedy, basically it wasn't me that is greedy. It was something inside me that I'm watching it, I'm observing it, which is greedy. So I was observing my greed. I don't tell you that I deleted my greed, I solved it, I vanished it. No. I feel the greed, but I know that I'm greedy. I know it, I observe it, I can see it in a third person. I was in my trading room and I was trading Shiba. In that time, Shiba was violating so much. I was short on it. and it just pumped 500% in a spot. In a spot. Can you believe it? In that time, crypto was wild. It wasn't like this. Right now, it just makes sense. It just moves like very slowly. You can predict the market, but in that time, it was different. It was a wild market. And I lost $980,000 on Binance account. And that was all I had. When I say all, it means zero ground, nothing. I left with nothing. And I remember it was 3 a.m. My wife was asleep, but she saw me like that. Like, she looked at me by the face. She said, "What has happened?" And I said, "I got liquided." She asked, "How much?" And I said, "All." She said, "Okay, just get to sleep." And this is the most important part of being a trader. You need someone as your supporter. My wife has been my supporter since the last 17 years. I have been married for 17 years. And since the last 10 years, I started trading. I take a lot of risks. I lost a lot. I win a lot. And she supported me all along the way. When I say supported means when I lost, we didn't have anything. We didn't know that we even reach here. We didn't know, we wasn't sure that we will be here in this, the moment we will be rich, we will be free. We didn't know that. But she kept supporting me, and then here we are. So this is very important to have someone to support you. If I had this chance to go back 10 years ago, I would change nothing. I mean, I love all the challenges, all the pains, all the problems that I went through, all the things that I experienced, bad or good. I would change nothing. I love it. People ask me, what is the secret of trading? You make this kind of money in trading. How do you do it? And my answer is, there is no secret. This is the most important thing that you have to understand. It's a simple way. The more simple you look at the chart, the more simpler it becomes. So don't make it complicated. I trade with trend line, divergence, things that you can easily find on the internet. The difference is I am doing the trading and you are doing the trading. So it's not about the strategy, it's about who is applying this strategy. For example, you are a surgeon. You go and you buy a blade. I go and buy a blade too. Can I do a brain surgery with the same blade, same strategy? What has changed? Experience, you and me. So you see, trading has no secrets. The only thing that you have to take care of is yourself, your emotions, your childhood, the way you think, your mindset, your setup. These things you have to take care of. The strategy is a simple thing. I see a trend line, whenever it breaks, I enter at the test and retest and stuff like the divergence. I trade with simple things like simple price action, simple sentimental analysis, simple fundamental stuff. Back in Iran, I used to work for a company, Press TV. So I worked for the TV and I got interested in it. It is very interesting that the content and the hidden messages in the content can create shape for the mind of the people without them knowing this is happening to them. So with enough content and enough audiences, you can create a culture that they are not aware of, and then they pass it to the next generation, and the next generation haven't seen any of that content, but they have the culture. Just imagine the power of the content and how dangerous it is. For example, I have trauma. We have seen it a lot on the internet. There are women, they have trauma, they have bad experience with the bad men, and then they start to create content. Girls, you have to be that, you have to be this, men are like that, they have to spend on you, we are valuable. Of course, women are valuable, but you don't have to take your value from me. You don't have to take my money to feel valuable. I don't have to spend for you to you feel valuable. You are valuable, yes, but let me alone, leave me alone. Like, why do you need me to feel valuable? And of course, I respect all of the women I'm married for 17 years. These kind of contents created a culture that woman sees men as an ATM, as a bank, as a personal investment that you have to gain from. But it's mutual. It is something I invest in the woman, and the woman should reinvest in me. So we build a life. It's a we, it's us. It's both of us together. It's not like I have to spend for my wife. I do. I mean, in my culture, in my beliefs, man is responsible for all of the cost of the life because I'm a man and that's who I am. But a woman expecting me to do this is disrespectful to me. If you see the content on the internet right now, these days, women are talking about the feminism, but have you ever heard menism? Do we have anything like, have you seen anyone talk about the men rights? But what is my rights? As a man, I go to a school, I go to university, I study so hard, and after that, can I come out and I say, okay, this is my right to have a job. Who should I protest to? Give me the job. Give me the opportunity to grow. Give me the opportunity so I can express myself. And I'm a feminist. But we have feminists that they want to take their right, their whatever it is, from the men. Bro, we didn't take it in the first place. This is how the world works. We are not responsible for your failures. We are not responsible for the women that they are not achieving their goals. Right now, these days, you see a lot of women that they say that I don't want to do the housework. I don't want to, wash the dishes. I don't want to do the laundry. I don't want to do this stuff. That's the woman that we are dealing today. I have to add, my wife doesn't do the laundry. My wife doesn't wash the dishes. We have a maid, we have a chef for this stuff. But right now, 10 years ago, I was working my ass off and my wife was doing the laundry, doing the dishing, washing, do everything. Also, when I came back home, she massaged me, she comforted me, she talked to me, she supported me. Then here I am, a multimillionaire. Because I have a wife that supported me in every way she could. Nowadays, I feel like the content creators, they created a culture of separated women and men. But we have Andrew Tate. I really like this guy. He encourages people to do more. He motivates people, yes. He motivates to earn more, to go after the talent, to go after their purpose of the life. It gives people the energy. But for the woman part, I mean, also, not the woman should overcome the man, and also the men should not overcome the woman. No one should submit to each other. We should just equally build a life. So this is my belief on the content. I explained a little bit about the relationships, but you can take this and take it to the politics, the way your mind works, your beliefs about money, your beliefs about trading, your beliefs about everything. For example, let me tell you something. Like these days, you see a lot of traders. They have suits. They have the suit on. They are sitting behind so many monitors, so many screens, and they are analyzing everything. And this is a picture of a trader. But me, as a professional trader, I wake up at 1 p.m. afternoon. I start trading at 3, 4, sometimes 5 p.m. I do only 1 hour of trading, and I'm inside of my house. So when I'm inside of my house, do I have to wear suits for myself and wear a tie? No, I don't. It's just like whatever I feel it's right, I just wear it. Sometimes I'm with a robe. I go to a shower, I take a shower, I'm with a robe, I'm sitting and doing my trades. So you see, these things is changing the way that we see things, feel things. So we have to be self-aware of the content that we are consuming and the effect that it has on our life. If we are not self-aware, we are going to accept hidden messages in the content. And eventually, there will be a day that you ask yourself, who am I? I have changed a lot, and this is not who I used to be. I started from minus. I didn't start from zero. I started from -7, -10, -20. I didn't even start from the zero. And if someone or anyone would have helped me, I wouldn't be here. With helping others, I started to get the negative energy. Normally, you think that if you help others, you will feel good, you get the positive energy. No, whenever you start helping others, then you start to get attracted to the people that have problems. And when you think deeply, when you see it deeply, the problem is there, so they can fix the problems, and during these fixing problems, they become strong. So if you take the problems away, they become more weak. And the thing is, I have done it. I've helped a lot of people. I built shelter, I built, school. I'm building a library in my hometown Karaj, it will not change their life. I have this always on my mind. I asked for power and God gave me problems to solve. I asked love and God gave me a relationship so unequal that with working on the problems together, we fall in love. So you see, we ask for something from the God, but the God gives us the path. And we don't want to just go down the path. We don't want to go down the road to, to achieve something. And when you're helping someone, when you help someone, you just take that opportunity away. Believe me, I didn't know that I could make it here. There are people out there, they tell you that manifest the future, manifest your future, manifest your dream, manifest whatever you want. I don't know. Like, I'm shocked by the amount of money that I'm making. I had no idea that I could do it. I have more than $100,000 income from the YouTube, but still I'm sticking to the trading. I love trading. Not because of the money, because of the feeling. I'm a hunter in a jungle that no one can win. I'm winning. I'm in the top 3% people that they're earning money. And in that top 3% also I'm above them all because I'm earning good. I'm a multi-millionaire. I'm trading very good and I'm relaxed. I lose money, I don't care. I win, I don't care. I just feel the excitement and I'm alive. As I told you, I feel great to be a professional trader. I have great income from other businesses and stuff, but I'm a trader. I never called myself I'm a YouTuber. I never told you that I'm a real estate. I'm a media guy. I'm a content creator. I keep telling people and myself I'm a trader.
Do you feel like you've escaped the matrix?
Why do you ask? Because I'm rich? No.
Yeah.
No, becoming rich doesn't make you escape the matrix. You just create another matrix inside the matrix. So there is no escaping. Where should I go? I go to jungle, I build a mansion there, and then I need to farm, and I need farmers. Then I have to pay the farmers with money, and they are going to spend that money. Where? Inside the mansion? No, they go outside. They spend the money there. I need security for my mansion inside the jungle. So I need a team, I need people who are working for me, so I'm creating another matrix inside the matrix. Or for example, look, right now I have 100 people working for me. I hope they see this. This is a matrix. I made a matrix for you. I didn't want to, but I had to. If you are an entrepreneur, if you have a business, you have to hire someone. And when you hire someone, you are creating a matrix for them. And my matrix is a lot worse than whatever they are telling in the media. Why? Because I pay more. My salary is above the average. Whoever you are, doesn't matter. We pay above the average. I want you to take care of your life in a good way. I want you to have freedom. I want you to feel good. But the bad effect, the side effect is you won't leave me. You stay here. No one pays you that. This is the meaning of a matrix, right? So I create a matrix without knowing that I am creating a matrix, but I did it. Is there any other way to create a business? No, you have to hire people. And what? Just make them the CEO or just like, okay, from now on you are the shareholder of this company, 50-50. No. They are simply working on this company and they're happy, I'm happy, I'm paying them. Above the average, but this is matrix. They come at 9 a.m. They go at like 6, 7 p.m. sometimes. And did I escape the matrix? No. Still I'm answering to the government. They come after me for the taxes. They own every properties I have because they gave me a deed. And they can cancel it. They can hold it. They can block it. They can destroy it. That's it. So what? I know I have Bitcoin. I have crypto. They cannot control it. Oh yeah. Then I have to change that crypto to something, right? And that something is being controlled by them. Tell me, where is this exit door that everyone is looking for in the matrix? We have Andrew Tate. He suggests people, if you become rich, you will exit the matrix. Exit to where? Becoming rich means that you are part of matrix. Becoming rich means that you have taken a lot of money in your custody. Money is what they created. So you have a lot of money means that you have a big share of matrix. You are a big shareholder, bro. And having a lot of money means that you have a team. One, exiting from the matrix is creating 1,000 more for the matrix. And when you exit, okay, this is the door. I open it, I go out. And what is outside? Another bigger matrix. So my matrix is to grow my business, to compete with the big guys, to become a billionaire, competing with the billionaires or the multi-millionaires. This is also matrix. My matrix is to go after a limited edition watch that opens the door of a club. This is also the matrix. The moment that you put your foot on this earth, from the moment that you are born, you are inside the matrix and there is no way out. But the good news is you can have more freedom inside the matrix, but there is no outside of it. You are under surveillance, the government owns you. You can have this illusion of freedom, illusion of I own my stuff, but the government owns us all and there is no way out of it. They do it with the AI, they do it with the surveillance, they do it with the internet, they do it with everything because they own everything. So stop fighting with it, use it as a tool to buy yourself freedom, to gain more money, to gain more power inside the matrix because there is no outside of it. Where is this outside? Just show me. So yeah, there is no way out. Don't fight with it, use it as a tool.